Welcome to Beyond Belief. Faith isn't a destination. It's not something you earn. It's not a checklist you complete. Faith is the road you're already walking. The questions that tug at your soul. The limits that test your patience. The moments that push you to the edge. We're not here to pretend we have it all figured out. We're here to walk through the setbacks. Because honestly, we all fall short. And here's the good news. Failure isn't the end of the story. It's part of the process. Today, we're exploring what it means to fall. And even more importantly, how to rise again. I've been there. I've stumbled. I've said things in frustration I wish I could take back. I've had moments where I thought, that one mistake cost me a lot. And I want to share what I've learned about failure, grace, and getting back up. A couple of years ago, I decided to treat myself on a Friday night with homemade pizza. I imagined it cheesy, golden, perfect. I was confident until I realized I forgot to preheat the oven. A rookie mistake, right? I put the pizza in anyway, thinking it'll be fine. It wasn't. Soggy, flat, disappointing. Not exactly 5-star material. But the thing is, I ate it anyway, and I laughed at myself. And the next week, I tried again. It wasn't perfect, but it was better. I learned. And I was willing to try again. Just like that pizza, our failure often looks messy at first. But that doesn't stop us from trying again. Life works like that. Sometimes our failures are small, like a soggy pizza. Other times they feel heavy, like we've derailed everything. Sometimes it feels like everyone knows. Like the mistake follows you into church on Sunday. You sit there, worship music is playing, and you wonder, if they knew what I did this week. But here's the truth. God's grace is bigger. Grace doesn't just cover our wrong turns, it redeems them. What if we stopped avoiding failure and instead saw it as part of growth? What if our setbacks became stepping stones? Think about Paul. Before becoming a leader in the early church, Paul the Apostle persecuted Christians. He approved violence against believers. By every human standard, he had disqualified himself. And yet, his story didn't end there. God's grace rewrote his future. Paul became one of the most influential voices in Christianity. His past didn't cancel his calling, and neither does yours. Our failures don't define us. God's grace does. Proverbs 24:16 says, "For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again." 7 times. Falling isn't the problem. Staying down is. When we stumble, we have a choice. Do we lie there in shame? Or do we rise, stronger, wiser, humbler? We don't stay down. That's not who we are. I've had moments when I thought I've ruined this, I've blown it. And in those moments, grace was waiting. Not condemnation, not rejection, but grace. Romans 8:1 says, "There is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus." No condemnation. That means the voice telling you you're finished, that's not God. Grace sees you fall and still calls you forward. In Isaiah 41, we are reminded, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Even when you fall, you are not abandoned. We replay our mistakes. We rehearse them in our minds. I should have known better. I shouldn't have said that. I can't believe I did that. But listen carefully. You are not your worst decision. You are a beloved child of God. No error, big or small, changes that. When God looks at you, He doesn't see a failure. He sees potential. He sees growth. He sees a son. He sees a daughter. Accepting God's forgiveness is one thing. Forgiving yourself, that's harder. I remember a moment when I spoke out of frustration and hurt someone I care about. God forgave me, but I replayed it in my mind for days. I carried it longer than God did. Maybe you've done the same. If you're holding on to guilt right now, hear this. God has already extended grace. But to move forward, you have to release it yourself too. Take a moment. What's one thing you've been carrying? One decision you've been revisiting? Let it go. You are forgiven. You can rise again. So how do we actually rise after a setback? Let's start here. Accept grace. You don't clean yourself up first. You don't earn your way back. Grace meets you in the middle of the collapse. A friend once told me, growth isn't about never falling. It's about getting up quicker. That stayed with me. Your response matters more than your stumble. Keep showing up. Keep praying. Keep trusting. Every fall is met with grace. Here's the truth. You will fall. I will fall. But we rise every single time. Because we are not defined by our failures. We are defined by grace. And God's grace is greater than any mistake. Let me challenge you. Think about one area where you feel disqualified. Today, take one step forward anyway. Send the message. Have the conversation. Pray the prayer. Try again. Every step is a step forward towards freedom. Take a deep breath. Release the weight. You are loved. You are forgiven. You are free. And now, may you experience God's grace in ways that steady you, even when life feels uncertain. May His love remind you that no mistake is too big, no fall too far to keep you from His embrace. May you forgive yourself as freely as He forgives you, letting go of guilt and shame that weighs you down. May each stumble become a stepping stone, and may each setback teach you wisdom, patience, and humility. May you rise with courage, knowing that every fall is met with mercy and every failure carries the seed of growth. May you walk forward with hope, with joy, and with a deeper understanding of how loved you are by God and by those He places in your life. May your heart be renewed each morning, your spirit strengthened each evening, and your journey filled with moments of peace, faith, and unexpected blessings. And may you remember always, grace is bigger than any mistake, hope is stronger than any fear, and love will carry you through every stumble. If this episode encouraged you, consider sharing it or leaving a review. We're building something here, a community that chooses grace over shame. Thank you for joining me on Beyond Belief. And remember, You will stumble. Grace is greater. And when you fall, you rise, because grace always gets the last word. Until next time, take care. God bless.